All right, guys, the crypto market looks today worse than Marjorie Taylor Greene after she completely lost control of both her image and her grasp on reality. The volatility in XRP, Bitcoin, and the rest of the top coins feels like they're being traded by entire armies of people who are simultaneously panic sellers, optimists, and chronic degenerates. Nothing new there. But honestly, the market is already starting to remind me of that dude from Coca-Cola who admitted they only make mini cans so men can use them in their dick pics. It's funny and tragic at the same time, and deep down you realize the world is headed straight into the abyss. And yes, the situation is so weird, I'm not even sure I can afford a Thanksgiving turkey this year. But when everything falls apart, there's always plan B. Walk into a crowded place and just start farting. Sometimes it's literally the only defense against chaos. Random, pointless flatulence. We've reached that time of year when many have to dig through 6 inches of Carhartt just to find 2 centimeters of hope. But then the world gives you a little sign. Yesterday, leaving the liquor store, 3 teenagers called me gay because I refused to buy them beer. Which means America is healing. Slowly, but healing. In this episode, we'll dive into everything at once. Politics, markets, news, crypto, madness, economics, and human stupidity. That perfect cocktail that makes you want to laugh, invest, scream, and destroy household appliances. And when I say we'll talk about everything, I really mean it. From the people you trust enough to shake hands with at a Democrat meetup, to why McDonald's looks at job applicants like rats trying to climb the corporate ladder. But let's talk markets. Because right now the thing is happening that always scares newbies and excites the experienced ones. Bitcoin has passed the riskiest part of the cycle. Panic, news, FUD, stock crashes, Japan smashing global markets, bond yields jumping to 1.84%, the highest since 2008. Sounds scary, especially if you think in headlines. But fundamentally, Bitcoin has nothing to do with this. Japan is adopting crypto. The US is adopting crypto. The financial world is moving in the same direction. It creaks like an old door, sure, but it's moving. And here's what's truly cool. Nasdaq is accelerating blockchain settlement systems for stocks. BlackRock published a report on tokenization. Vanguard, that very fortress of traditional investing, finally capitulated and is adding crypto ETFs. This isn't a someday moment, it's happening now. And now the political and economic circus. The people with money are placing bets again. Dave Portnoy bought $1 million worth of XRP and hundreds of thousands in ETH and BTC, just because he can. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos is launching Project Prometheus. Robots, automation, manufacturing rockets and chips. This could restore U.S. industrial dominance and create $8 trillion in wealth by 2045, or leave 40 million people unemployed. But in America, nobody is afraid to break the system if it means a chance to build a new one. Now about Saylor, the man manifesto of the market. He's doing what he does best again, buying BTC, only this time on a bigger scale. MicroStrategy created a $1.44 billion reserve. They're going to buy up Bitcoin's natural supply. And guess what? It's not even enough for a single institutional buyer. There are only 450 Bitcoin per day on the market. ETFs buy more, corporations buy more, countries buy more, and people still wonder why everything keeps getting more expensive. These are the same questions as, why doesn't socialism survive reality? Because reality is brutal to systems built on trust and romanticism. Meanwhile, Will Smith is building himself an estate with its own zip code, and some guy goes to Mexico to kill himself, and after a week of cocaine and hookers, decides life is worth living after all. The world is weird. Sometimes dessert comes before dinner. Now the main question journalists ask Saylor, what if crypto winter returns? Answer, if Bitcoin isn't going to zero, it's going to 1 million. And we have proof of this. ETFs, corporate trusts, accounting changes, infrastructure adoption, banks, countries, regulators. We've passed the point where Bitcoin could die. And here's the moral of this crazy, drunk, illogical market. The world lives in chaos and innovation at the same time. Politics destroys and creates. Investors panic and get rich. Nothing will ever be perfect, and it shouldn't. When someone screams that it's all over, someone else quietly buys the bottom. And if you want to survive this madness, keep a cool head, protect yourself and your Bitcoin, and join our Telegram channel for crypto news and analytics.